Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. I am George Onyibe, as always. A very quick one this afternoon. I want us to consider a message I have simply titled, Before the Creation of Nigeria. What were the Igbos called? What were the Yorubas called? What were the Hausas called? What was the Edus called? What was the Eka people called? What was the Akwa Ibom people called? What was the Nupe, the Gwari? Every ethnic group in Nigeria, what were they called? And now, it will be surprising to you that the official name most of this ethnic group within the concept and the idea of one Nigeria are called today was not actually their original name. They metamorphosed. They came together, certain group of individuals, based on preferred dispensation or disposition. They could influence the decision of their people. They rallied around among themselves. Let us say they congregated around themselves and emerged with a name. They forged a name which they answer today. And 90% of the name Nigerians answer today is what has led to all the problems we are facing as Nigerians. You see, we have just started. I am just cutting it up. By the time we are done and we are ready to move on this journey, we will be giving you evidence, detailed evidence, having been carrying out forensic investigation for almost 30 years now. And so, believe me, everything we'll say, it's not because it is convenient to say it, but because it is necessary. Today, we are going through unforeseen war, unnoticed war, unannounced war as Nigerians. But not every one of us have been able to visage where the war is coming from and where it is leading us to. Only few people. And there are those of us who are connected to the matrix. You should understand what that means. On daily basis, if you go to my platform, you see some hooligans Igbo people, most especially the one that say they come from Israel. They insult me. They curse me. They talk everything about me. But I love it because that is what actually energizes me. That is what charges my battery. That is what fuels what I am doing. And so I will have a moral ground to make my point clear in the nearest future. So if you are Igbo man and you don't have sense, please drop your insult. But if you are Igbo person, progressive-minded one, those Igbo people born outside the Southeast, I don't have issue with you people. But yet, I will not trust any of you yet. Get it right and get it correct. Igbo people are jumping everywhere. Everybody is Igbo. Everybody is Igbo. Urobo is Igbo. Ishekiri is Igbo. Igodomigodo is Igbo. Akatamikata is Igbo. Awusa is Igbo. Yoruba. Only Igbo people. Only Igbo people. I can choose to make a broadcast and attack the whole Yoruba. I will tell you, if any Yoruba person respond, watch closely. That Yoruba person is having Igbo blood or is Igbo person impersonating Yoruba people. I can attack Hausa people. You go and look at what Nnamdi Kanu did to Hausa Fulani. None of them responded. But this is not because they are coward. They cannot respond. But sometimes it is what it is. It's not necessary. But you see Igbo people who want people to validate them. Unlike the Hausa and Yoruba, they won't say anything. Igbo people need validation. That is why most of them are hopelessly looking for who will sing their praise. Oh, Igbo Amaka, Igbo is loving. We did this before thinking most of you were morally upright individuals. It's quite unfortunate anyway. And why am I saying this? Because Nigerians need to begin to have idea of the war, the battle we are involved in. It's a wrestle. You see, let me digress. When you look at the Bible, it says you wrestle not against flesh and blood. And by implication, it's not just trying to make you see the nature of the combat alone. He specifically pointed out wrestling. And unlike every other sport, only in wrestling, what you are doing, it is only in wrestling that every part of the body is required for a complete sport. In football, you use only your leg. You can't use your hand. except you are the goalkeeper. In table tennis, you use only your hand. You can't use your leg. Just in like that, it varies in different sports. But in wrestling, you will use everywhere. In fact, if you are American freestyle wrestler, you can bite, you can blow, you can carry chair, everything. And so Paul, by implication, was telling Christians, the war, the battle you are engaging on, it is a wrestling. You will use everything at your disposal. And then we are in a wrestling contest, I must tell you. And that is why we will keep addressing Igbo people until the progressive-minded Igbo people rise up to the occasion. They are still pretending, but let us see how it be. So, fellow Nigerians, I ask a rhetorical question. You can drop the comment section on this platform. You can insult me. It's okay. Before the creation of Nigeria, were there anybody like Yoruba? When I come out and attack certain individual, they don't understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm just doing them favor, calling them to attention, because they will lose it all. By the time we'll dish out the real information on the social media, where they are kings and they are gods, their credibility will be dragged to the mud. Their hypocrisy will be exposed. If you see my brother Rhino Omokri, I was not happy with him, and I'm still not happy with him when he tell you that Benin people brought Islam to Nigeria. Because he doesn't tell us about his Shekiri people. He keeps on telling you that he's a Olukumi person. By implication, he is one of the descendants of Yoruba. But he's a Shekiri man, so he shouldn't answer Shekiri. He should go to Yoruba land. And he has to clinch, attach to Olukumi or Olukumi. Because before the creation of Nigeria, nobody was Yoruba. Before the amalgamation of 1914, nobody was Yoruba. Nobody was Hausa. Nobody was Igbo. All these names were concocted. I'm coming. Somebody will say, how do you mean? No. Before the creation of Nigeria, the Yoruba were used to refer to Nago or Anago. You know, it sounds like Igbo. So maybe Yoruba migrated from Igbo. When I mean Nago, it's spelled as N-A-G-O. When it's used the other way around, Anago, it is N-A-N-A-G-O. Or they are sometimes called Lukumi people, which is spelled as L-U-K-U-M-I. But then it could also be used as Olukumi, spelled as O, L-U-K-M-E. The Yorubas were also referred to as Akami people or Ukumi people, which is spelled as A-K-U-M-I or O-K-U-M-I. All these are Yoruba names. That time they don't answer Yoruba. Go and ask Rono or Mokore. I'm coming because you need to know how they begin to answer Yoruba. When you talk today now, Lukumi people, Anago people, Ukumi people, all of them will say, you are insulting Yoruba, you are insulting Yoruba. When we divide them, when we dissect them, we will know where Nigerian problem is coming from. Let's leave it at that. Hausa people have been answering that name even before 1914. But that is not the name they were referred to. You can go back and begin to look at all the ethnic groups under the empire known as Zamfara. Maybe you will get that. And then you come to the Igbo. There was nobody like Igbo. So when some idiot Biafra criminal come out and say, all of you are Igbo, all of you are Igbo, that means we began to exist. Maybe from 1914, when the imperialists created Nigeria. Who were they before you name Igbo was formed? And now let me tell you, the word Igbo has so many meanings. When you say Igbo, that is why it looks like all of them are confused. Igbo could mean Igbo, goof, Indian hem. And so when I say I'm talking to the Igbos, I may be talking to Indian hem. Some of them are Indian hem. They migrated from Igbo, goof. When we talk about the word Igbo, it could mean Ubo, forest, farm. When we talk about the word Ubo, there is a difference between forest and farm. In my own dialect, both of them are Igbo. I think I am Igbo. We are common. When you talk about the word Igbo, it could mean ancient or early or ancient. And when you talk about Igbo, it could mean war, divide, separate. I can give you 1,000 meaning of Igbo. These confused criminal Igbo Biafra people who say they come from Israel, they don't even know all these things. I kept quiet and allowed them to disgrace themselves. We have kept the record for them. We will debunk all their lies in the coming future. They can go to the search engine like Google, Cyclopedia, Wikipedia, whatever search engine they have. Let them be writing the history. We are following them up. By the time we are ready, Google will drop his website. Wikipedia and Cyclopedia will drop their search engine. They will have to do upgrade because all the lies that are there in that machine to deceive the next generation of our people, we will debunk all of them. It is quite capital intensive, but don't worry, we are coming from somewhere. And why am I saying this? Because we need to know where our problem is coming from as Nigeria. We have agreed subconsciously or consciously to be okay, the network is back, the attacker people have left it. Now we need to get to that level. Now that we have agreed we are one Nigeria, we must do everything transparently, sincerely. We must do everything for the good of all, or else there is a problem. They've started attacking the page, but we will continue. What were the Benin people called? What were the Benin people called? We could talk about the Igodomigodo people who came in existence. So the Benin people have been in existence over 100 years as Edo people, and over 1,000 years as Igodomigodo, even before the popular name you know today as Benin. And now, if you follow history, you will see that the Benin, those small people you see in Nigeria, were actually here far, 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 far before there was Igbo or Yoruba. Because if people like Rhino or Mokri will tell us the truth, you will discover that 90% of the Yoruba nation, as you have them today, running across different countries in Africa, all of them were under the Benin Empire. And the question should be, how can a son give birth to his father? But this is one Nigeria. You destroy the minority so that you can be sharing the resources in our mouth and our land. And when we talk, Wazobia will conspire and destroy us. You will be the instrument of your undoing. Igbo people will not be relieved from this curse until they go back and make amends. I have told all of them that have access to me. The first person that say is a Niger Delta man, they should divide Nigeria. Igbo people almost killed him. And if you carry investigation on how he died, I'm sure Igbo people hand is there. And then less than 6 months, Igbo people say, we want to go. Where are you going to? Whatever you are doing, karma will catch up with all of you. Let's stop this, especially the good ones. Our problem is not corruption. Our problem is not colonial master. Our problem is not nepotism, tribalism. I will keep saying it. Honestly, let us continue. The Benin people were always here. They have been here as far as we can remember. And it's amazing. And Abo people are not Igbo. But I can categorically tell you that it is easier to trace our origin back to Benin than to go to Igbo. It's okay, we answer most Igbo name, but that doesn't make us Igbo. And because we trace our origin to Benin, does not give Benin people right to claim us. Look at the truth who has the capacity to set them free. Let's look at the European people. Some cross-section of Americans, they are British people. They left UK, wherever they come from, and formed America, disposing the original indigenes of that land. Today, the British people in America are called Americans. The Israel refugees in America are called Americans. The African slaves in America are called Americans. They all know where they come from. I can talk about the Tarasitators and the rest of them. They all know where they are coming from. But then, they now say we are Americans and we respect them. That does not mean we don't know where they are coming from. And so by the time we come to the case of Nigeria, I say I am a Abo man, a calm man. You got to respect that. Forget about whether your father gave birth to me or not. But for today now, I am a Abo man. Respect that. Deal with that. But you say, no, you must be Igbo, you must be Yoruba, you must be Benin. My brother, prepare. We are just warming up. We are just warming up. Minority have been the food on the table of majority. And you people have been feeding on our misery all these years. But this is not an issue. We will not react. We will not revolt. Because we have lived everything you are doing to nature. Karma will catch up with all of you. Look at Igbo people controlling Nigeria at inception. manipulating every process and everyone and everything manipulable. Today, they are finding it difficult to put their foot on the ground. We may not enjoy the benefit of this deliverance we are bringing in, but certainly we are not living for ourselves. The next generation of our people will not go through this misery. And so, for the sake of your own next generation, I beg you, shield your sword. It is not necessary. When I talk to Yoruba people, some of them don't understand. He say, no, Lagos belong to Yoruba. By the time we give you history of Yoruba people, your language will change. But I beg my Benin people, remain humble. The fight is not your fight. And don't lose your track. We will get home somewhere. Now, I ask a question. Who were these people before the creation of Nigeria? And what is the purpose of this broadcast? The purpose of this broadcast is to make every ethnic group in Nigeria, most especially the South-South region and the Middle Belt region, as they call it. Is it not Central? All of you, they call Middle Belt. You and the South-South is experiment ground. They steal the resources from the South-South to fuel Nigeria, and they take the labor from the Middle Belt to fuel Nigeria. And we don't have a say. We must be harassed. We must be harassed. We must be manipulated. We must be, we can't talk because we are not majority. Look at one lunatic called Nnamdi Kanu. Look at all the Igbo professors, all the Igbo governors, all of them have turned to idiots because they want to defend his criminality because they are majority. And just look at people like Shekau, all these Boko Haram. They will have the support of all the governors and all their elite because they are Boko Haram and they are majority. Look at a Sunday Igbo who telling you we want Yoruba nation. He will get the support of Yoruba people because they are majority. If people like Asare Dokubo, Ateke, Tom Polo, and the rest of our people who spoke out did not have where to hold Nigeria in the broadcast, and then have the support of other Hausa or Yoruba, they would have been gone. But yet, we are the one you will drag us. Come and vote for us. Oh, Igbo is Agbo. Agbo is Igbo. Igbo is Igbo. All this rubbish, make us stop them. Make us stop them. If we want to build one Nigeria, let us build it. And now, like I asked, it should know that before the creation of Nigeria, we were not just a car people. We were not just Agbo people. We were a people. Benin was not just Benin. All these ethnic groups you hear, people came together and formed it. That's where we are having problem. And it is the same mindset they used to form this Yoruba, Igbo, and Hausa, and other Yahoo ethnic group. That is the same thing Igbo people try to revise. And you hear them, Agbo is Igbo, Anyoma is Igbo, Igala is Igbo, Otokomitoko is Igbo, Urobo is Igbo. You be a job person, Urobo Shekiri, Abraka Ole Patani. If they say your descendant come from Igbo, may God have mercy upon you. Your case will end up like that of Nana of Ishekiri. Because who is talking about Nana of Ishekiri? Historians from the supposed Ijaw region will rather sing the praise of Yoruba and forget about what is happening in their land. Go and ask Rhino or Mockery. And you are there. Yes, our Isoko people are Igbo. Igbo will be looking at you. Igbo can stage manage people. I was with them almost a decade and a half. I begged them. I say, because our people are not talking, does not mean we don't have what to say. Because our people are not reacting, does not mean we cannot react. But there is a place we are waiting for you. And don't make this move. Let us engage them. They will pour out their anger. And then you can entreat them. I don't want to mention some of their names. They started insulting me. Our people should get out. If they want to be Igbo, let them be. If they don't want to be Igbo, let them be. But they are spending billions now to make us Igbo. This is the same way all this narrative will change. Now, this is area I want you to pay attention to. There were different ethnic groups that came together to form the Yoruba nation as you know them today. Not all of them agreed to be Yoruba. Because you have Yoruba in Nigeria, you have Yoruba in Benin Republic, you have Yoruba in Ghana, and many other African countries. But they don't agree that they are Yoruba. Yoruba in Benin Republic don't agree that they are Yoruba. They are not called Yoruba. It's we that know that they are Yoruba, and we call them Yoruba. Why is it that they don't agree that they are Yoruba, or they don't answer Yoruba of Benin Republic? Why is it that they don't answer Yoruba of Cotonou, Yoruba of Ghana? And this is because the mindset behind the creation of the Yoruba nation you have in Nigeria, they were not properly incorporated. But that is not to tell you that they are not Yoruba. Using the Nigerian perspective, all of them are Yoruba. And you see, Nigerian Yoruba was formed. That is not their original name. And that is why in most cases, when you swear for Yoruba, curse will not kill Yoruba people because their name is not Yoruba. Have you seen a policeman your curse kill? Because police people, you know if he curse president. If not, Tinubu would have been dead now. Why? Because there are things that influence power. Let me digress. If you come and say, God go punish our president, Moto go kill our president, it no go better for our president. The more you curse your president, the more richer they become, the more powerful they become. Because their name is not the president. Whatever you are saying, you are not cursing them. It will boomerang. So when you come out, you say, God punish Igbo people. God will punish Yoruba people. God will punish outside people. God is not going to punish any of them. Because this is not their original name. Go and watch all the Biafra agitators. Almost 90% of them are answering fake name, including Nnamdi Kanu. They are answering fake name. That is why your curse will not kill them. Only ignorant people who didn't know their agenda are the ones answering their original name. People like Uche Okafor Mefo is answering his original name. He didn't know his brother Nnamdi Kanu is a criminal. Go and look at Chike Dozie and Chinasa Nwuru, all of them fake name. Because you're upon your name that preside the power that controls destiny. Okay, and those of us who has given out our real name, we have made ourselves men and women of prayer. And we have given ourselves to prayer. Let God be the judge of us all. And what am I trying to say? And so a group of Yoruba people, Olukumi people, Nago people, or Anago people, Akulumi people, or Okulumi people, you know as Yoruba in Nigeria. These people, many of them within the Benin Empire, these Edo people, this Igodomigodo, under the reign of the dynasty of Ogiso, all of them came together when the imperialists conquered us and said, let's answer a name. But somewhere along the line, the imperialists divided them across different countries. The ones in Nigeria were able to form a frontier, and they say they are Yoruba people. And so we see them as Yoruba people. You will not know about the Kwara people. You will not know much about the Igbo people, Ijebu Igbo people. They will not tell you about the Ife people. Of course, Ife has been their name from time immemorial. They will not tell you about Ekale people, Ijebu people, to mention but a few. But they want you to believe, oh, it's Yoruba people. And so when a Kale man do bad, you blame it on Ife. When Ife do bad, you blame it on Ijebu. And the more you are distracted, you will not be able to know where the problem is coming from. That is the problem of Igbo people. If you want to get them, you will nail all of them together. That is what is happening in the Southeast today. Some Igbo people will come and say, no, it's not our people. We are good people. Some people will come and say, oh, no. They talk rubbish. You can imagine Igbo person coming on social media, telling the whole world that Ikwere land is Igbo land. When the time come, Ikwere say they are not Igbo, they will chase them away because that land belongs to Igbo people. Because you can't be on Igbo land and say you are not Igbo. But they are not normal. I'm happy they came out this way, and we have documented all these things for them. And when that time come, you will understand that in English interpretation, it is he who do he. You will know the true meaning of he. He who do he. We are waiting for you. I think our land is Igbo land. Come and claim it. But most of Nigerians don't know. Let's see if the Yoruba people alone. Today, there are many ethnic groups. Many ethnic groups are there. And you know what is happening? Igbo people have claimed all of them. And some of you don't want insult. You keep quiet. I've spoken to many of the monarchs. Igala people say they descended from Benin. Igala people. Yes, you heard me right. I was invited in one occasion in Bayelsa State. And I was shocked. Go and ask the former governor, Dixon, when Idoma people visited them. Some part of Bayelsa started tracing their origin back to Benue State. And some of you will say, wow, is there Benue descendant in Bayelsa? Don't be surprised, because Benue people, you have them in Kogi State, you have them in Benue State, you have them in Enugu State, you have them in Ebonyi State, and you have them in Cross River State. And most of their descendants are in Bayelsa. But they are minority. They are not saying anything. You see, Idoma majority, but look at their territory. And they will tell you this is where we come from. This is where we are coming from. But then, the few people who came together to form this majority of Wazobia in Nigeria, they have agreement. Okay, luckily we are back. The hikers could not destroy it. Let me drink water. Oh, let me drink kai kai ogogoro. You know, now that I'm high, I can see the Most High in the ocean. Criminals. Now, the page was under attack. That is why I have to stop. But that having been said, let's continue. Now, during the formation of Nigeria, some group of Nigerians gathered. The ones that say they are Yoruba today gathered and formed a group and say we shall be known as Yoruba people. We must be majority to benefit from the handwork of the colonial master. Then the one that say they are Hausa today mobilize themselves and say we should say we are Hausa people so that we can benefit from the work of the colonial master. And then another group of Igbo people went behind and say we shall be called Igbo people so that we benefit from the colonial master. The Benin people were there at the beginning of all these things. The Benin people say no, Benin is Benin, Igbo is Igbo, Yoruba is Igbo. It is not necessary. Let's remain as we are. Whatever we have, let's build together. Benin did not agree with the formation of Wazobia, so they removed Benin completely from all the plan. They removed Benin completely from all the plan. That is why Benin is minority today. Imagine if Benin founding father then decided to colonize us and call us Idu Kingdom, Edo Kingdom, Igodomi Kingdom, Akatami Kata Kingdom. Today, we will bring both Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo to their knee. Because maybe there will not be Gala, maybe there will not be Doma, maybe there will be no be Anyoma, maybe there will be no be Jo, maybe there will not be many of these countries, all the community, you see their monarch with the symbol of royal and authority, the Ada and the Abian. Maybe all of us would have been one ethnic group. Today it would not have been Wazobia. Maybe it would have been Wazobia Edo or Wazobia Idu. I wonder how it would have sounded. But Benin say no. Now, what is the real issue? The real issue I want you to pay attention to was during that formation, that gang up, they have agreement. They have agreement. Look at Igbo people. Anambra claim that they are the first son. Anambra believe that they are superior. And I'm sure all this criminality from Nnewi. Watch Igbo people very well. Nnewi man talk, the rest Igbo shut up. Not even Enugu man, the rest Igbo shut up. I think it's in Nnewi they did this coup. So it is in Nnewi people that decide what happened in Igbo land. But you will not understand. But if you are not part of the Kaba, you are not part of the Kaba. They try to incorporate my people, but our value system are differ. They kick us out of Ohaneze and Igbo because my people will not subscribe to some of their shenanigans. So today we are not Igbo, tomorrow we are Igbo. Not because we are Igbo because they love us or we are Igbo. No, they want us to Igbo because they want to take advantage of the numerical strength. So when it is time, now we are back. Now, like I was saying, at that time they were doing this formation. They agreed on how they will manage all of us, change all of us. And we are not part. That is how Nigerian came about. But this is what you must understand. Along the line, Hausa trusted Igbo. Igbo betrayed Hausa. And the time Hausa and Igbo were doing boyfriend and girlfriend, Yoruba was their arrival. Yoruba survived today because people like Obafemi Awolowo stood their ground. Yoruba have a lot of great people. I will tell you in the nearest future. But Yoruba has a lot of great people. People like Mobolaji Bankantoni, so many of them. They stood their ground in different fronts. They resisted Hausa and Igbo. And in the midst of these things, Igbo betrayed Hausa. Hausa got angry and descended Igbo. But you know, Wazobia, majority win the boat. Hausa must form alliance with somebody to truly win Igbo. Hausa have a bargain with Yoruba. And that is what they are enjoying till today. And Igbo will not be relevant again. But God allowed this to happen because of Igbo betrayal, uncountable, unimaginable. And they are still doing the betrayal till today. That is the problem you see in Nigeria till today. The question should be, what happened to other ethnic groups in Nigeria? Are we less than Nigerians? Don't we have the same rights the Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo have? But the Hausa and Igbo are not my concern now because they are not trying to destroy all that. Okay, we are back. Finally, we made it. But when it cut off, I'll still come back. Now, let me continue from where I stopped. Now, the main concern now is that the Igbos are not relenting. We are not part of the agreement. They want to incorporate us into what we don't know. They must control us. That is the same program, the same agenda they have. So each time they say, Ikwere is Igbo, Abo is Igbo, Osimili is Igbo, Anyocha is Igbo, Ndokwa is Igbo, Urobo is Igbo, Ejo is Igbo. Some of our intellectuals ignorantly say they are Igbo. I was once in that position. But if you know why they are saying this thing, you will rather answer your good people of South, good people of Niger Delta, all the ethnic groups in Niger Delta. Shine your eye. Wazobia is a done deal. No problem. Let Wazobia continue. But you see this one will enter. Don't let anybody incorporate. Yeah, all these hiccup challenges you are seeing is Igbo Biafra people attacking the page. But I am their destiny and I'm their doom. And so, like I said, those of you from the South region, believe me, what we are seeing may not make sense to you. But just pray that we're able to pull the shot before our time is up. Or your children will suffer. All the ethnic groups in the South region, all the ethnic groups in Nigeria, beware of Wazobia. Most especially the Bia people, the Igbo people. Don't let them destroy what is left of us. They say we must build one Nigeria. We must help them to build one Nigeria. And while we are building one Nigeria, the bone of our ancestors, the umbilical of our unborn children, will not be allowed to use the rod and the cement to lay this new foundation. Because the same way they conspire and say Nigeria is Wazobia, that is the same pressure Igbo Biafra people are pushing. No, imagine an insult. So imagine we wake up one day, some group of lunatics somewhere in Finland now say, yes, the global community, we have now declared Biafra, and this is the name of the 40th state of Biafra, Idu Biafra, Bini Biafra, Igodomigodo Biafra, Esha Biafra, Idoma Biafra, Agbo Biafra, Anyoma Biafra, Igbo Biafra. My dear, if you didn't talk, and most of you did not talk, Google Encyclopedia already have it that Biafra was declared in Finland by Simon Ekpa and some Igbo idiots. So day. Wikipedia, Encyclopedia, Google, all of them are waiting for our response. If you keep quiet, when we are gone, our children will say, when they declare Biafra, that country, in another people country, yeah, our people didn't say anything. So we are Biafra. My guy, wake up. Wake up. Minority of Nigeria, wake up. You will not be able to comprehend what we are doing. I was with these people. I pleaded with them, don't do this thing. They thought they are connected. We shall see how connected they are. The only thing that will save them is that they must form alliance with Yoruba or Hausa. And we are watching them. And when they form Yoruba with Hausa, When Igbo form Yoruba with Hausa or Yoruba, we will upset the balance. You know, hear me well. Now leave me from uncompleted building. I'm even hungry. I never chop, but I'm a prophet. This part, Igbo people who say they are Biafra, they come from Israel, want to mesmerize minority of Nigeria, will not work. And when we are done with them, they will beg Yoruba or Hausa to support them. And one of them may likely succumb. And when Yoruba or Hausa support them and succumb, we will upset the balance. Biafra war was 30 months. But if we upset the balance for 15 months, all of your life will not remain the same again. But we don't want to get there. This is our one Nigeria. Loving one Nigeria. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend our unity and uphold our honor and glory. So help me God. This is one Nigeria. Do the right thing or get ready for what is to come. Southside people, minority, middle belt, don't keep quiet. Because one day, one governor will give order, then go pursue now from a village. One day I go come out. One Igbo man go tell me, say, Agbo land is Igbo land. You have to move. Where will they pursue me to? One Igbo man will come out and say, Ikure land is Igbo land. Ikure people have to leave. Where will they chase us to? This is another dispensation. Now, take two things away from this broadcast. Number one is that your people as minority in Nigeria are not beneficiary of the conspiracy behind that night, that eve of independence when Wazobia was concocted. Number one, you will not benefit from it. Don't support their shenanigans. They will sort themselves out. Number two, if you don't speak up and you feel it doesn't concern you, let them sort themselves out. They will sweep you people because you're sacrificing your people will be their next negotiating table. That is why we are doing what we are doing. But let me bring it to an end before I go to my comment section. You see, every community in the world is not formed by one people. A lot of people have tried to form special breed of their self, but they don't succeed. The Rome tried it. The emperors had to marry their daughter or their mother or their sister to raise up emperor. But when the Creator came, go and ask them about Cleopatra. Why did Cleopatra die? The blood lineage of the emperors were bastardized by the interference of a beauty, a black beauty like Cleopatra. A lot of people have tried it. Why am I bringing it up? Because every effort to sustain a particular breed will not work. So no community is formed by one man and one woman. Other blood may come in. God told Abraham, go, I want to build a new nation from you. Just a unique nation. But Abraham's wife was his sister. It is formed based, communities are formed based on interest. Communities are formed based on what you have to offer. Every community. That is why we Anyoma people will tell you the truth. That some of us are from Benin. Some of us are from Egala. Some of us are from Igbo. Some of us are from Yoruba. Some of us are from Ejo. And some of us are anonymous. We have been fighting to form Anyoma state. It has not worked almost 80 years. Not because we don't have what it takes to become Anyoma, because there are people fighting us to destroy us that it will not work, most especially Igbo people. They don't want Anyoma to work out. But yet they want to claim us. My guy, if you don't get it, forget about it. And so I will bring the broadcast to an end by asking you a simple question. Go and ask Yoruba people, ask Igbo people, ask Hausa people. What were they called? Ask Benin people. Ask your father, your village name. Even the Yoruba name. Do you know Yoruba was a name Hausa used to mock Yoruba people? Olukumi people or Lukumi people. Do you know Hausa was the one who gave them Yoruba? I'm sure you are surprised. Rhino will not tell you this. So, the same way Igbo people give another ethnic group, Inheronha people, and call them equally, mockery name. But officially, Yoruba have accepted it. It is Hausa people that used to call Yoruba cunning people, chameleon people. That is the meaning of Yoruba. So nobody see Yoruba in the real sense. But with Yoruba, they will feast on your misery as a minority. Nobody was Ikure. And that is why I ask, begin to find out who were they before the formation of Wazobia or before who you are. And I believe 90% problem we are facing as Nigerians would have been resolved. But they will not want to talk. What I'm saying is a threat to them. It's a threat to stealing. It's a threat to nepotism, marginalization, disenfranchisement. It is a threat to political view. What is the meaning of Yoruba? It's of today. If you upgrade the name known as Inyamere, Igbo next generation will be proud and say we are the Inyamere. It's just that the memory is still fresh in our head. That is how Hausa call Yoruba. And so go and begin to find out what were your people called before the current official Nigerian name. Because some Igbo people sit down for backyard, they give us different name. I tell them, say we know be Anyoma people. Anyoma is just an acronym. They say, it's Igbo name, to shut me up. Somebody come out and say, I'm Ikwere man. I will respect you, it's okay. But go and find out what your people were called before that name. Let me leave you with that assignment and bring this broadcast to an end before my Oga sack me as Uguaja that I am. Let's go to the comment section and see some insults because I love it. I see Africa. Africa, I greet you. Good morning from here. Sir, my Almighty God, give guide. Well, thank you so much. He is the one that has set my feet upon this path that I must follow. He is the primordial influence that drives me in everything that I will do. I have done, and I will still going to do. But I want to see if I can awaken the sense of those who had the capacity to save the next generation of our people. My own life was negotiated by the shenanigan of these Igbo people who don't want to get sense. We go to school, and it looks like we didn't go to school. We have handwork, and we don't have any work to do. We are littered everywhere around the world. And somebody is coming here to tell me cock and bull story, to inherit me, claim me. They will understand when I tell them that I'm their destiny and I'm their doom. I am begging Yoruba people and Hausa people. Of course, I don't need to tell Hausa know what is coming already. And they have come of age. These Yoruba people look a little bit emotional. Igbo people are mesmerizing them and watching them. There is one useless Yoruba Igbo girl. Is he doing as if it's the technical know-how? I'm following her. I'm monitoring her. If he may pim, we will follow her up. And most of you Yoruba will not be happy. Yoruba have not done anything to us. And if the blood that runs in me as an Agbo man, I am the angel of light. But I have to live in the darkness to serve the children of light. After all, is it not he who made the day that made the night? Is it not he who made the sun that made the moon? Is it not he who made the male that made the female? Is it not God who created the good and the evil? And let me tell you for your information, the beautiful things of this world is found in dark places. Nothing grows except night come. They may be weeping throughout the night, but without that weeping at night, there will be no joy in the morning. And let me tell you, without the darkness, nothing exists. So we are the darkness that maximates the light. Prophetically, Bob Marley said, I am the darkness that maximates the light. This is how it's supposed to be for you. Onyoshi Igbo man. Drop your insult with people without shame nor honor. All the things I done, they do almost since 1914. And I never tire. You go Finland, go they tell them, say, everybody is Biafra. We are declaring 40 states of Biafra. I think Finland don't hold on now. Make on a do post now. Ndioshi. You thought you have monopoly over these things because we kept quiet. Don't worry. I will sensitize my people till we get to a stage. Araga bandi ara na social media. Ada amakwa amao. Are you not feeling the impact? Are you not feeling it as Igbo be a fraud criminal? Are you not feeling the impact from uncompleted building? Imagine when I will stay on rolling chair and be rolling and be bombasting you woto. You don't know what you have done to yourself. Very soon, most of you will be ashamed to come to social media. Some of you have started denying Igbo name. Some group of criminals come back and we are Igbo, we are majority. Who the fuck were you before you become Igbo? You Wazobia. Who were you before you become Wazobia? Why are they wicked like this? An Igbo man no one get sense. Now I start this game and I go end and certainly that is the way it is. You never see Igbo man. Watch here, you won't see Yoruba person insulting me no Hausa. Now Igbo people now then get sense. Wise people will die for foolish man backyard. What does that make you? I see Innocent Dede here. I greet you, my brother. Good morning from here, Innocent Dede. The truth does not need defense. You just release it and you go. You say we are everywhere in the world. Kiki. Because you are a fugitive. Because you are a vagabond. Ikwere don't travel, as they used to say. But the point is, waiting there for Sokoto, he there for Sokoto. Look at the Daniel Onyemechi. He say Igbo people are everywhere in the world. What is chasing you people? Is it because you want to travel? Your land is barren. It doesn't grow anything. You chop cola, you chop garden egg. Your land don't grow anything. Your land, Igbo people are everywhere. You want hungry to kill you in your 5 plot of land, abi 2.5 plot of land. What does Igbo have to offer? By the time we begin to pursue you for our village now, I go see we are everywhere. Your problem is we allow you to settle in our community and prosper. Does Igbo people have anything? Your land can't grow ordinary cassava. You can't feed yourself. The only pancanel way they there, now don't destroy and finish. Igbo are everywhere. Are you everywhere because you love the people? You are everywhere because your land is barren. You are landlocked. You are landlocked. When I can't they born anyhow, they scatter everywhere. Now I won't use and destroy our lineage. Is that not why you are running everywhere? You come to Abo, you marry Abo woman, you born Igbo Pekin, you teach am Igbo. You go come one control Abo people. Is that not what you people are doing? Now Yoruba don't know, Hausa don't know, everybody don't know. Very soon now, Igbo people go begin they know. We use up Babylon Weka. Each time you say, we are everywhere in the world, kiki, you should be ashamed. When our people will get sense, when I set them into slavery, idiot like you still they tell us say Igbo landing. You don't know how I take sell on our people. You don't hear Benin man will be slavery. You don't hear any African America will tell you say my ancestors is from Benin. That is honor and dignity, my brother. You don't see any African America will say my ancestors are from Abo. Only Igbo people. Only on our way sell on our people for slavery. Igbo are everywhere, scavengers everywhere. Because your land is barren. Even with that, your barren land, you don't allow us to come to your place. Very soon, the true Igbo must go will be initiated. I think Ghana must go. One Yoruba person say Igbo must go. All of them begin cry. He say, one Nigeria. How can they say Igbo must go? But now I won't divide one Nigeria. To you, you think you are mocking me. If I don't let you come to my village, hungry will kill you. And that is why in the coming days, we will put all of you on check. I think Igbos are everywhere. We shall see to that. Mumu. Through another insult, let me cure you again. Criminals everywhere. I see Florence. I greet you here from here, Florence. For now, good morning from here. Igbo Biafra people, drop your insult. Look at Igbo person telling me they are everywhere, scavenger. Do you know why Ikore people don't travel? Of course, they do travel, but not in that proportion like the Igbo people. Once they're born Igbo person, the next thing are to run away. Outside the barrenness of their land, then go chop them. Ndibo neri mado. Have you not heard about it? Did I say it? Ndibo neri mado. Or you kidnap them. Go to P2B platform. He said Ndibo kidnap one Reverend Igbo man. So who in the normal sense want to stay Igbo? No be December we dey now. All of now almost Asaba, all the whole hotel we dey Asaba, then don't book and down. Igbo people. All the hotel for Benin, then don't book and down. Any moment from now, no hotel go dey Port Harcourt again. Igbo people. Lagos, that one no go area. Igbo people. But waiting they pursue you for your heaven. Your garden of Eden, waiting they pursue you, fellow Igbo. No be my platform, you get mad, they talk. They talk. Tisa go delete your comment. I am your destiny. I am your doom. Get this and get sense. So drop your insult. Drop your insult. Drop your insult. I really need this. Who I greet you from here? You say Igbos are everywhere because of slavery. You demand that idiot? Even other people, even other tribes that travel, you will know who they are. A lot of Abo people travels. A lot of Benin people travels. You will not hear a crime by Nigeria and then they say a Benin person. It's very difficult. I want you, if you are a Nigerian listening to the broadcast, check the crime record of Nigerians in any country outside Nigeria. You will discover that 50% of every crime record in any country around the world is by Igbo people. Let's say by Nigeria. You will see that 40... Yes, we are back. So look at every other tribes in Nigeria. They abide by the rules of the place they go to. I spent almost 10 years in Rumola, Port Harcourt. Most people from Rumola, Rumorosi, Omorosi, Rumigbo, Rumokuta. Yes, the areas I mentioned, they think I'm Ikure man. Because when we come to your place, my people will say, Obiaiwem ya biabulem. Let my guests not kill me. Obiaiwem ya biabulem. Any community we enter, we... But to you, that is not it. Onyeberu ya wachie. Anywhere you reach, inherit them, claim them. Anywhere you reach, claim them. Is that not Igbo mentality? Onyeberu ya wachie. Or ya bia wachia na inechege. Onyoshi. Daniel Onyemechi. Are you not ashamed of yourself now? It be funny me hayaku ije yekwa. Other Igbo can drop their insult there, I will follow it up later. But you are not my concern. Nigerians, what were your people called before the creation of Nigeria? And so when you are coming to address minority before, use your sense. Look at how glorious Yoruba name has become. You will not know it's a mockery name like Ikure name. But they are majority. Because some group of people come together and form Yoruba nation. No longer Oduduwa. Some group of people came and form Hausa nation. No longer Zamfara. Some group of people without a name now form Igbo nation. Now they want to claim Ejo. They want to claim Abo. They want to claim everybody. They now the oldest people. Assignment, aside finding out the name of your community before the creation of Nigeria, I need you to go to the Google now. Search the history of Igbo, the history of Yoruba, and the history of Hausa. You will see that Google already have it on record that Igbo people are older than Yoruba and Hausa. How true could this be? Igbo people are even older than Benin. How true can this be? You will say, no, we were Biafra at that time. Biafra is not only in Nigeria. Biafra is in Cameroon. Biafra is in many countries. And Igbo people, when you see population of other tribes in Nigeria, within this axis that Biafra was, it will shock you. But now Google say that Igbo people are the oldest people, older than Yoruba. Yoruba tell me is true, older than the Hausa. Now all these things is made possible because we have not been talking. They succeeded in doing all these things, rewriting the history, because we are not talking. This is where I bring the broadcast to an end. Don't forget to drop your insult on my comment section. I remain your destiny and your doom. If you fight against me, you destroy yourself. If you leave me alone, you will be left alone and you will have peace. If you support me, God will deliver you from the mercy of your enemy. He will not allow your enemy to destroy you. Niko hamono. Ndị orugodo yuzi ni ishi ono. Wekwa azun lo ijisha nya akpatu makasa ọtụtụ ime nya aghọta n'ihu erime. Kana mara gwa m ihu erime nrichi Nnamdi Kanu le ndị uhira plan ihe. Nnamdi Kanu ya ka dọpụ ha ka sipụ ha ndị ọzọ. Nika ra agwa ihe n'oge ishimbido were one ra tonto. Uke don wenya. All of you have a nice day.